Speaking of commercials, let's talk about one famous dog that I can think of from a commercial is the Chihuahua from that Taco Bell commercial. You know, the Taco Bell Chihuahua?
Yep.
Well, that dog's name is Gidget. She's a female Chihuahua, and she's in all the Taco Bell commercials. And what's interesting...
She's gone now.
Is she's also Bruiser's mother in Legally Blonde. The Chihuahua Bruiser in Legally Blonde. That's Gigi is the mum of that dog. So that's kind of interesting. So one's in a commercial, one's in a movie. Let's go on to film. So famous dogs in film. Well, when I think of famous dogs in film, I think Toto from The Wizard of Oz, of course. I also think of Turner and Hooch, that wonderful dog. Do you know what kind of dog that was? Everybody thinks it's a bull mastiff, but it's actually a Dog de Bordeaux. That's a famous breed, Dog de Bordeaux, very large breed, very drooly. And that's a dog from Turner and Hooch, and that dog's name was Beasley. A lot of golden retrievers in movies. Ben is probably one of the more famous ones. He's in the movie Homeward Bound, you know, that movie that...
1993 in Walt Disney.
Yeah, Ben. And, of course, there was an American Bulldog in that movie played by Michael J. Fox. The voice was Michael J. Fox, and I'm trying to think of what his name was.
Which was the movie that it was like a yellow retriever who gets lost in the woods with his master, a young kid, and saves his master and protects his master from a bear at one point. It was such
that was a great movie.
I know. And
Janelle, do you remember the name of that movie? I'm trying to think. I'm going to look it up.
It's such a great movie.
That is a great movie.
I mean, the movie, the person doesn't pass or anything like that. It's just... The dog is okay at the end.
Oh yeah,
it's such a great movie.
It is a great movie.
It's fantastic.
I'm trying to think myself.
You know, you always try.
Well, maybe I'll come across it. But anyway, that was really, That was
movie.
Also,
some ones you got to mention over here. I got to mention before we end the show soon. Obviously, they came out with a movie called Lassie Come Home.
Yeah.
It was a film. Old Yeller,
yes.
Classic movie, and I guess I never saw this because about the. They say this will make a grown man cry. And what happens at the end? Is this because he gets rabies by saving his... What happens in Old Yeller?
You know what? It's been so long I don't remember. Got to be honest with you. It's embarrassing, but I forget. I really do.
Well, I'll read what it says over here. The story is a reluctant adoption of a mountain cure dog that wandering onto the family's ranch becomes a loving and devoted tale of a bond of a boy at share. Eventually grows to boy and becomes into a man. In case you somehow missed the legendary dog film, I won't give it away the ending, but you might want to have a box of tissues. Something I think he gets rabies, and the father has to put Old Yeller out of its misery because he saves it. I believe there's also Benji,
right? Benji is famous,
very famous dog, and Homeward Bound. That's not the one that we're thinking about.
Yeah, no, that's not the one we're thinking about, but that's the one where the golden retriever and the American Bulldog and the cat get lost. And they have to find their way home. And, yeah, it's a cute little movie with the kid, finds him at the end. That's kind of neat. Huskies are famous in movies. And remember that there was a movie, Snow Dogs, with Cuba Gooding Jr. And the...
Eight Below.
8 Below, that's the other one.
That
and you know
one
what? DJ,
had me crying.
Yeah, 8 Below is a great movie. DJ, who's a Siberian Husky, played not only Demon in the Snow Dog movie, but also played Max in 8 Below. So that's probably one of the most famous Siberian Huskies is that dog who played in 2 very famous movies. Another Jack Russell, I don't know if you remember him, he played Milo on Jim Carrey's movie The Mask.
Jack Shepherd. No, Jack Shepherd.
Max is the dog's name, but he played Milo. So that was kind of an interesting movie. By the way, do you know the name of Toto? The actual name, Toto's name in the movie, the name of the dog is Terry. Terry was the name of the Cairn Terrier. That's the type of dog it was. Yeah, but now it's bugging me about that dog, the Golden Retriever movie, because that was. I'm
gonna find it right now.
You got to find it. Okay,
yeah, I'm gonna find it.
There you go. So lots of different pooches in movies. A lot of them are purebred, but you get a few mutts here and there. But most often they use purebred dogs. I don't know why, but I guess it's. Going to movies in terms of animated movies, I think Lady and the Tramp, that's a common one where we see an animated movie where a famous dog. So Lady in the Tramp is a famous one, and there's a Basenji dog that was also called Lady in the movie Goodbye, My Lady. So anyway, those are all the famous dogs that are associated with movies and television and commercials.
Madagascar.
And while we're talking about famous dogs, there's also tons of dogs out there that are rewarded not only for their athletic ability, but of course all of our wonderful service and guide dogs. I have a number of seeing eye dogs in the practice. Love them all. They're just fantastic dogs, highly intelligent, and I just think it's fantastic when dogs can help their owners. They're invaluable. And there's lots of dogs that are used as mascots. That's for sure. And dogs are used in photography. They're used in science. And believe it or not, they actually used a dog in space. Apparently, the Soviets favored dogs for early space flights as opposed to the Americans who preferred monkeys and chimpanzees. So that's kind of interesting. I didn't know that.
I found the movie.
You found the movie.
Far From Home.
Far From Home.
The
And it wasn't a golden retriever. It was a Labrador retriever. That's why it probably threw me
What an
off.
amazing movie.
That was a good movie.
This
And what
by
was the name of
far.
the dog. Far From Home. Why am I having a... Anyway, I'm going to find the name of the dog. But yes, Far From Home.
Amazing. You know what? When you think back, that movie was amazing.
Yes.
He
it
adopts
was.
a stray dog, and
Yes.
several days later they're traveling in the British Columbia, and they get lost. And it is amazing. The dog fights off a bear. It's such an amazing. You got to watch this movie. Now I'm all like, I got to watch the movie. Far From Home.
Yes.
Wow. Great movie.
Yep.
You know, we talked about a whole bunch of great movies. We want to know what your favorite movie is. You can email us. And
Or favorite pet in a movie.
Favorite pet in a movie. And we gave you a whole bunch today. Email us, info@animalhouseradio.com. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great show. For Nicola, for everybody else on the program today, for Joe and Janelle and Dr. Mike, my name's Aaron Thomas. Thank you very much for tuning in. And remember, keep watching great movies, especially with pets. Keep supporting them. Watch TV, watch movies, and just have a great time. Love life, and life will love you back. Ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful, wonderful week. And until next time, you've been listening to Animal House Radio via animalhouseradio.com. And Joe, take care of yourself. Have a great weekend. Cheers.